Ready? So now we're gonna make the filling. We put the pie crust in the fridge, so the timing is perfect. The crust will firm up again so that it's not a hot mess going into a hot oven. It will have some pause before it gets cooked, and it will cook at the same rate as the filling. So what we did today is a pumpkin pie, and this is canned pumpkin, but it's very easy to make a squash pie or roast your own pumpkin. So easy and so worth it. But again, for convenience, we just use a can of pumpkin, organic, everything's organic. We have coconut oil, and the recipe will be posted, but coconut oil, coconut manna, which is almost like the peanut butter version of coconut, which is amazing on its own, spread on toast, or it's just a lovely item. We have coconut cream or coconut milk, full fat. We have kuzu root blended with water, and that will help thicken up the filling. And we have our sugars and spices. And then we have our fresh spices, which are turmeric and ginger, which make the whole pie. This is one of my favorites. So I'm making this pie for my sister's birthday. And I'm gonna send it home with my dad tomorrow. But so simple. We're just gonna put this all into a blender or a Vitamix. I really highly recommend getting a Vitamix. It's insane, and it makes everything so fast and easy and efficient. Clean up everything. So I'm gonna put all of these ingredients into the blender. And our coconut oil, which will just add like a nice round flavor. And it will also complement the other coconut products that we have in here. And I've also made this pie with cashew cream or non-dairy cream or substitute. Still delicious. Again, it's what you have and what you like to use. Turmeric, ginger. If you don't have a heavy duty blender, then I would mince those items because it's going to be a little bit harder to puree in its entirety, and you can't do this in a Cuisinart. Or you can run it in your home blender and then pass it through a sieve so that you're catching any clumps or shreds or hairs of ginger or anything like that. Then you got the coconut milk. And the sugars and spices. I use 2 different kinds of sugars. You don't have to. I just feel I have a maple sugar in here and also a coconut sugar. So the coconut sugar is lower glycemic and not as super sweet, and the maple is really sweet. I think both of them together make a really nice blend of sweet. And then again, the kuzu root, I'm just gonna mix this. It's kind of starchy. This will completely blend. If you were to taste this raw, it tastes sort of chalky. So that will get cooked out as it's baked. So if you feel like there's a weird aftertaste when you taste this, that's why. So I'm just gonna process this. There's also salt in that sugar mix. And the salt, I'm a salt person, so the salt always kind of rounds out the flavor of the sweet. Otherwise it feels too sweet for me. So we'll start it on low and walk it up. So at this point, it's super creamy, super smooth, and I would taste it here to adjust for sweetness, saltiness, anything like that. Oh, it's so yummy. And now it's ready for the pie crust.